I started taking it because for 14 months I had lost some taste and some smell and had a lot of like dripping in the back of my throat. So I
Yeah,
said, what do I have to lose after listening to you?
yeah.
And that cleared up almost all the way. So I backed off of it. And then I started getting terrible pains in my feet. And I have one bad leg that I had some vein work done on.
Yeah.
And it started hurting terribly. So I went back on it. And now the pain is gone. So can you never come off it?
You can come off of it. It's completely harmless. So what happened was you started to take it and you didn't take it long enough. That's what
Oh,
happened.
okay.
So people get on it and people want to do like COVID maintenance, for example,
Hmm.
and they take it and they go through the herxing. And then when the herx, they, how long do I stay on it? Well, stay on it until the herxing is done or till whatever your major malfunction was. Stay on it until the end. When you feel good, then still stay on it once a day for a week just to make sure whatever you chased out of your body is dead. And then you can go to the every 3 to 4 days as a maintenance.
And if you're still falling to sleep after you take it, you probably still have something in there, right?
Your body's healing. That's
Okay.
just your body's natural. You do that when you start to get sick. That's just your immune system kicking, and that's the ivermectin promotes that because it's really knocking the crap out of the bad stuff that's in your system. So that's all that the sleeping and the getting tired really isn't the ivermectin and herxing. It's your immune system really taking over and your body repairing itself.
So should I just stay on it for another week or so at a full dose and then cut to half a dose?
Yeah, absolutely, I would. And I'm going to say this to everybody because we're all going to be around a lot of people tomorrow. Well, I'm thinking that a lot of us are going to be around a lot of people tomorrow. I would stay on it. If you think you're going to come off of it, stay on it twice a day, at least until Monday. Get yourself through the weekend and this holiday weekend where you're going to be running into a lot of people and going into the
Mhm.
stores and all that stuff, kind of like a preventative. And
One
then
of my
for you,
clients is a retired orthopedic surgeon, and
yeah,
he is the one who also recommended this before I found you.
yeah.
And he went on it before he went away for Thanksgiving. He says, I don't want that stuff. And
Uh,
he's
you know,
not
it's,
having any hurting at all, but he says he feels wonderful.
So there's something to that too, because I've always put up the analogy. There are some people that complain about dosing and this and that. You can't overdose on the stuff. And if you
Mhm.
take too little, all you do is you're gonna wake up the parasites and you're gonna excite them. So you get into that herxing stage. But if you're not taking enough to get ahead of them to kill them off, you're just going to be keeping them because they live and they die. They're also like soap bubbles. They're always reproducing in your system. So when you take the dosing that I've put out, that way there you're guaranteed you're not going to take not enough. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yes, and we
Uh,
live on a farm, so I know I've got parasites just regular because
sure.
we have
So that,
animals and
yep, yep. No, so your feet and all that stuff, that was all herxing.
okay, because boy, did they hurt. They hurt so
Yeah.
bad it would make me cry, but now they feel better once I went back on a full dose of it every day.
Yeah. So stay on it until all of that swelling and inflammation and the aches and all that stuff go away. And then, like I said, do it once a day for like a week or so. And then just go to every 3 or 4 days. And you don't have to, like I say, when people want to take more, you can take as much as you want. I mean, I took a whole tube and I felt even better the next day. I'm not saying take a whole tube, but
Right, right.
I will never stop taking it because I'm never going to let myself get sick again. The flu,
Remember?
the parasites, anything. I just take it like most people take vitamin D and all that stuff. I don't. I just
Mhm.
take ivermectin.
Right.
And
Right now,
my,
I have the liquid kind, and that's kind of a pain getting it out with my doctor friend gave me a needle. I just leave the needle down in it, and
yeah,
then I twist the syringe on top
yeah.
and take it off, and then just, so I don't have to keep taking the needle in and out. But that's kind of a pain. So, can I at any time go over to the paste?
Sure, you can. Absolutely. So the paste is stronger than what you're taking. The liquid injectable is only 1%. The
Yes, I
purest form,
saw that.
yeah, so the purest form for the horses is 1.87%. So you're probably only doing like 1 milliliter in the morning and 1 milliliter at night.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're basically doing half of what the paste would be doing. You're still
Oh,
fine. I
okay.
mean, there's no
Mhm.
there's no law against, you know, taking too much, but at least you're not taking too little. If you were only doing like 1 milliliter a day, I would say I wouldn't do that because you're not taking enough. They're going to be
Okay.
reproducing as fast as you're killing them off.
Yeah, I
That
noticed that when I backed off a little bit, boy, the pain was unbearable.
Yeah, and then that pain will carry on. It'll stay right on you. So the more you take, the more you get ahead of them. But like I say, I just put out a general idea of what I did, and everybody has questions. So I just put out a general, hey, listen, this is enough to cover you. If you can handle that herxing and you want to take more, you be my guest. That's when you become your own doctor. All I'm doing is planting the seed that this stuff works. So you got the right idea, and so yeah, you can switch over to the paste anytime, and I would stay on it twice a day for like another like do it like a week from Friday. If you can get through like all of this weekend or even till next Wednesday,
Mhm.
and then just go once a day until like the following Monday, and then just go every 3 or 4 days. Just take like one notch on the pace.
Okay. Now, I know you're not a doctor, but
Yes,
you
yes,
have helped a lot of people through this. My husband takes a lot of medications for high blood pressure,
yeah.
cholesterol, some heart stuff. If he were to ever take this, would it mess up any of his medication?
I can personally speak to this not affecting any one of my medications. If you'd heard my story, I had a port in my heart for
Yes.
4 years, 10
Mhm.
months, and I was on 120 pills.
Oh,
So blood pressure, blood thinners, gabapentin, you name it, they were throwing it at me. And I was taking ivermectin like a fiend. And
okay.
I had my numbers they didn't really start to increase until I started taking the ivermectin. Like I said, my cholesterol, my blood pressure, my sugar, all of that stuff. My liver and kidney functions increased. So I would say that it's not. Um, the thing is, it's not a medication. That's the thing about it. Like this is just regular science, biology. It's a mold that grows on dirt that creeps up grass. That's why it's not like something that's. It is made obviously because they're not out wiping off all the blades of grass to harvest this stuff. They're probably growing it on like plastic sheets and scraping it off and then doing their thing somewhere in a big greenhouse. But it doesn't change the fact of what it is. It's not like something where they took like chlorine and they mixed it with something else and they came up with this concoction. It's still just a mold. So I don't think it's going to have anything to do. Big question people ask is what's it going to do with the antibodies when they go for COVID and they don't want to get the vaccine, but they get the antibody treatment? Go ahead, take it because it's not going to kill antibodies. It's going to kill bacteria and it's going to kill parasites. That's all it's designed to do. It doesn't kill blood cells. It won't kill platelets. It won't kill any of that stuff.
So Mad, all my kids have the antibodies.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had COVID and didn't even know it. And I went and got mine tested, and I don't have any antibodies. I haven't ever had COVID either. So,
Well,
but
and
apparently, I've
but
been
you're going to
around
be
people
if
that have.
yeah, and if you're going to be on this stuff, you're going to be fine too. I mean, that's the other thing too. Having the ivermectin in you, the bacteria that is COVID will not be able to live in you. That's why this works so well, whether you're taking a pill or you're taking the injectable or you're taking the paste.
Well, good.
Yeah,
That's a
so it is.
definite
It's
plus.
it's definitely like yeah, it's like the whole prophylaxis thing that they talk about. Sure, absolutely. I mean, once it's in your system, if it gets in your system before the other stuff does, you're all set. The COVID does. But if the COVID gets in first and then you got to start taking ivermectin to get the COVID out of you, that's a different story. It will get it out of
Mhm.
you, but now it's got to go all through your system. It's a wonderful culture that Mother Nature has put on this planet for us to fight off whatever the case may be.
They
So,
always said we had a cure for the common cold. Maybe this is it.
oh, it definitely is. Absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how many DMs I get from people that say, I woke up with a sore throat and a little bit of a stuffy nose, and they go out and they just take like a little bit of like one of the pastes, and
Mm.
by the time they leave the house to go to work, they don't have the sore throat and anything going on anymore.
Well, that's
So, because
great.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Well, thank you for talking with me and thank you for sharing this. And it's great hearing everybody's stories.
Well, thanks for coming on and happy Thanksgiving. And
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
best of luck with your continuing on and with your husband too. Good luck with him and keep us posted.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too.